Hi, everybody. My name is Joe Sleppy. I'm the CEO of Capacitech Energy, and we are bringing a flexible energy storage device to market to create a new opportunity in the $32 billion capacitor industry. I was reading an article on Entrepreneur magazine the other day that said the smart city of the future must deploy sustainable energy and clean tech, as well as IoT devices. And when I think of the smart city of the future, I see something that's seamless and beautiful. The technology is integrated into the city, and that technology is out of sight, out of mind, and requires minimal oversight or maintenance. One of the core technologies that's going to enable this city of the future is called a supercapacitor. Supercapacitors are designed to charge and discharge a lot of energy very quickly, making it a perfect device to complement batteries and energy harvesting technologies, which are used both in renewables, clean tech, and IoT devices. But these supercapacitors are not designed efficiently. They're restricted to use on circuit boards, which means they take up a lot of valuable space, and that can force engineering trade-offs. So Capacitech's innovation focused on creating a new form factor, something that's wire-like and flexible, which gives designers new placement options to help them save space on the circuit board and alleviate these engineering trade-offs. This gives us a big opportunity in the market to install supercapacitors where they've never gone before, off the circuit board and into the world's wiring infrastructure. We can use this to create a discrete and distributed network of energy storage inside of electric vehicles, renewables, and IoT devices. We're going to market focused on a problem that's quite well known. Batteries have a short service life, and this can lead to costly, frequent replacements inside of IoT devices. In fact, a technician can plan on spending about 20% of his day changing batteries in IoT devices for a smart city. The solution is to use an alternative to a battery, something that has a longer service life, such as an energy harvesting device paired with a supercapacitor. Capacitech supercapacitor can be integrated into the leads that are connecting the energy harvesting device, like an indoor solar cell, to the IoT device. This helps save the end user the cost of replacing those batteries, which is about 25% of the cost of ownership, and it can help IoT manufacturers offer smaller products or use space on the circuit board to add new features and new capabilities. Capacitech was founded in 2016 by myself, Dr. Isaiah Olade, and Dr. J.M. Thomas. We licensed a granted patent from the University of Central Florida. We got a couple National Science Foundation grants to prove out the technology and make working prototypes. We recently raised a round of capital to establish a board of directors, hire engineers, build a manufacturing line in Orlando, and start scaling. We recently made our first sales through a distributor, Mouser Electronics, and we are currently working with a couple partners in the IoT space, such as energy harvesting companies, power management integrated circuit companies, so that we can position ourselves as partners to help bring this technology to market. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
Great. Well, thank you. Scott, we're going to have you ask the first question.
Great. Thanks for the presentation. It was pretty interesting. What is the segment of the market that has the most compelling reason to buy your product and would be the first one you go after?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're seeing a lot of traction in two places. The first is wearables, and the second is smart city. The reason is because this has a space, size, or aesthetic restriction, and traditional supercapacitors don't meet those needs very well. So we're going after the smart city applications like gunshot detection that go on street lamps, but also in wearables, which has a variety of applications from senior citizen fall detection to energy harvesting in shoes.
Okay. Our next question goes to Rafiq.
I was on mute. Hey, Joe, so what's the status of your product development? You have your first sale. When does that start? Is it a prototype, pilot? Walk us through that a little bit.
That's a great question. We first had working technology in 2019. We spent 2020 doing a lot of design for manufacturing. Right now, we have a prototype manufacturing line that's able to produce a repeatably working technology. We just are fulfilling a 1,000-unit order to Mouser Electronics, which is a distributor, and we've already started selling units off of that distributor. So we've got working products and working manufacturing, and we're currently scaling that up.
Thank you. And Jenna, you can ask the last question.
Thanks, Joe. You mentioned that your capacitor can unlock novel design for some of your customers. Can you dig into that a little bit?
Well, one that I think is really cool is talking about wearables and specifically shoes. Turns out walking on batteries and supercapacitors is not so comfortable. And so for things that are trying to track your motion over time, or maybe it's a GPS tracking device integrated into the shoe, or maybe it's Marty McFly's self-tying shoelaces, Putting batteries and supercapacitors inside that shoe makes it susceptible to either breaking or making the shoe larger, which designers don't want, or making the shoe uncomfortable, which users don't want. With our technology, they can route the supercapacitor where there's space, where it doesn't have a size or comfort trade-off, but you can still enable that next generation of technology in wearables.
Got it.
Great. Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks so much.